Hey guys, it's E3 time again, and you know what that means. It's time to hypocritically hype up all the new games coming out, while also simultaneously condemning hype culture. You know, I actually saw someone saying that the other day. Someone who apparently can't tell the difference between being cautiously optimistic about the future and being blinded by hype, but whatever, not the point. So, in the spirit of that cautious optimism, I get to make like a special school teacher and pass out all the failing grades. EA. So, EA's conference probably wasn't the best foot for this E3 to start off on. Look guys, we're hip, we're trendy, we're with the kids, and we've got YouTubers to prove it with their totally not paid for opinions.
I'll never be able to do that again in my life! No one has ever done that! No one has ever done that in the history of Dota!
Hi everyone, I'm the walking, talking parody of a 2010s hipster stereotype, given human form through arcane magics, and I'm here to awkwardly stammer out some praise for a racing game I don't care about.
If you guys didn't know, Need for Speed Payback,
Need for Speed! Watch how we cut away from gameplay every 2 seconds to show a cutscene! That'll never get annoying!
To develop the game, is there anyone better and more genetically sound than...
Whoa, guy. This is FIFA, not Wolfenstein. Okay, it's cheesy as shit, yes, but I admit that I do have a soft spot for what EA did here. Taking the fake main character from their single-player game and getting some presumably big real-life sports people to talk about him as if he was a real competitor? It's cute, I'll admit that. Still don't give a shit about the game though. A Way Out was by far the highlight of the conference. And by highlight, I mean literally the only good part. Also, side note, I'm pretty sure that guy's sideburns are trying to eat him. Hey guys, we heard your feedback, so we're including a single player now in this Star Wars game. And seeing how that's the major selling point this time around, we're not going to show it to you, and instead focus on the multiplayer, which looks exactly the same as it did last time. And this will go on for 25 minutes until you want to suck on a lightsaber just to end it faster. Also, we've brought the world's foremost expert on all things Star Wars, Justine, to commentate. Unfortunately, I think she died like as soon as the gameplay started, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't say a single word the entire time. You might want to pickpocket your check back off her presumably rotting corpse, EA. God knows you're good at stealing money if nothing else, might as well play to your strengths. Xbox. I like how Microsoft's solution in coming up with names is to do what a 13-year-old Counter-Strike player would do and just add X's everywhere. I mean, what happened to consoles with really good names? You remember the Dreamcast? That's how you name a fucking console. Yeah, you ready to cast some motherfucking dreams? But no, now it's the XXX Box XXX. Wonderful.
We use 16 nanometer technology to build a 360 square millimeter chip with 7 billion transistors and a 384-bit wide memory bus.
You know, this reminds me of Star Trek Technobabble. He could literally just be making shit up right now, and none of us would know. Also, I don't care how many times I hear the word teraflops, it will never not sound retarded.
Teraflop, teraflop, teraflop.
Everybody do the flop!
Oh look, another identical Assassin's Creed for me to not care about. Holy shit, this looks amazing, and I love it, and I want it now. Yet another showing of Cuphead, this time with an actual honest-to-God release date, thank Christ. Shadow of War, fuck yes! This was the highlight of the conference for me. So previously, you might have known about my other two waifus, Nymph from SNO and Megumin from Konosuba. Well, Bruise the Chopper just forced his way into the number 3 spot.
Bright Lord, Dark Lord, same thing really. End results me ripping spines out, which I like to do anyway, so either way's a win.
Holy shit, if the rest of the major orcs in the game have 1/10 his personality, Shadow of War is gonna be amazing. I already love Shadow of Mordor for its Nemesis system, so if we just get an expanded version of that, I'd be totally fine with it. Cannot wait for this one.
My black speech is a little rusty. Actually, I don't know a single word, which is a pain in the ass, but to hazard a guess, he said you're all gonna die horribly. Yeah, my kind of black.
And they kept going for like another half hour after that, but let's face it, nothing was going to top Bruise. Oh wait, there was that one thing.
Jose, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Yeah, this is kinda to me. I mean, it looks like it came out of some create a AAA game randomizer. And the shitty VoIP chat over the whole thing certainly didn't help.
Okay, actually, let's get some more people. Hold on a sec.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, what's happening? Hey, what's happening? Hey, what's happening?
Teraflop.
Everybody do the flop!
Sony. Meanwhile, Sony's conference could have been helpfully renamed to the Sneaking Through the Bushes Brouhaha 2017. So we got an expansion pack for Horizon Zero Dawn, which will feature even more sneaking through the bushes. We got to see the next Uncharted game, which will no doubt feature sneaking through the bushes, and we got to see Days Gone show off its next generation sneaking through the bushes technology. However, notable by its absence was Sneaking Through the Bushes the Game 2. I have no idea where that is, but since we have 3 or 4 games that look exactly like it coming out soon, I'm not exactly on the edge of my seat for it. Next up, thank Christ, a Monster Hunter game on a console that won't give me carpal tunnel. And not only does it also feature sneaking through the bushes, but you can actually cosplay in the game as a bush, which might be the greatest gaming innovation of the last decade. Final Fantasy XV VR fishing? I mean, okay? You ever get the feeling that something was made not because anyone was ever actually going to buy it, but because they wanted to keep the creators distracted from going on a shooting rampage? That's the vibe I get from looking at this. And here we have some more Dad of War that looks boring as shit, but I get the feeling that at one point in the game, we'll get to play as the boy separated from Kratos, and he'll probably also end up sneaking through the bushes, which would make the game a 10 out of 10 timeless masterpiece. I'll say the same thing about this Spider-Man game that everyone has said about the last 5 Spider-Man games. If they get the web swinging right, it'll be great, and if not, it'll suck. Also, hopefully the actual game will be way less QTE heavy, and that part was shown just for the E3 crowd. Although, I will say that I did like that they put such a heavy emphasis on Spider-Man trying to avoid killing anyone. It's certainly a far cry from leveling a city in Man of Steel. Ubisoft. So, Mario plus Rabbids equals XCOM, apparently? I have to admit though, it looks pretty cool, and Rabbit Peach's extreme levels of sass is just the greatest thing ever. Speaking of the greatest thing ever, South Park continues to look amazing, so here's hoping it'll be finished and we'll get to play it in our lifetimes. Skull and Bones looks great. That said, it's going neck and neck with Rareware's Sea of Thieves, and of the two, I think Sea of Thieves might just have it beat out. Both games look great, mind you, but the major difference between them is that in Sea of Thieves, your friends are all a part of your crew and help manage the one ship, like in Guns of Icarus. Whereas in Skull and Bones, it looks like each player has complete control over their own ship, Assassin's Creed Black Flag style. And I'm imagining my friends and I deciding on a game to play, and it seems like the one where we'd get to work with each other, frantically yelling commands back and forth over IRC, would be way more fun than what amounts to a normal multiplayer game, where you just control ships instead of men with guns. Nintendo. So, I'm playing through Xenoblade Chronicles 1 right now, and it's really fucking great so far. So, I'm actually really interested in Xenoblade 2. Not least of which because of Minato-chan's huge, juicy tits! Like, holy shit, I don't think there has ever been a character on a Nintendo console with knockers that huge, and that includes Bayonetta. Guys. Listen, I know we pissed you off with that Pokemon Direct where we didn't announce a Switch Pokemon game, but don't worry, I promise one is coming eventually. Now please stop freaking the fuck out and threatening to kill us. Honestly, this one jacked up my interest in the Switch considerably. The prospect of a Pokemon game that doesn't lag to hell when anything more stressful than one Pokemon walking across a room is on screen is really appealing to me. Rocket League on Switch is a genuinely fantastic idea. The game is designed to be short and snacky, so releasing that on a mobile console makes a lot of sense. Like, hey, I've got 10 minutes to kill, let's pull out the Switch and play a round of Rocket League. You know, I really hope this sets up a trend among indie devs to start porting all their shit en masse to the Switch. I know there are a few games I'd love to play on the go all the time, like Enter the Gungeon, Hollow Knight, and Stardew Valley.
Assuming control. Assuming direct control.
Holy shit, Mario Odyssey stole the show for me. As weird as this'll sound, the trailer actually reminded me of Bayonetta 2 in a lot of ways, what with the sense of sheer joyful energy running throughout the entire thing. Everything about this game is just excited to exist, right down to the incredibly catchy song that won't ever leave my fucking head. And as a connoisseur of possession hentai, I can just tell we're gonna get some real gems out of this game. Hell, within hours of the conference, we'd already gotten this masterpiece of Minato-chan. But yeah, this looks fucking amazing. Wrap up. So, that was E3 2017. My thoughts? Short version. EA can kiss my ass. Microsoft's was okay, but most of the cool shit there was stuff we already knew about. Sony was probably about equal to Microsoft. Ubisoft was but Nintendo actually kinda caught me off guard. I've been critical of the Switch in the past, and for good reason, mind you, but they fired off a barrage of excellent looking games this year. And in terms of whose console I'm most likely to buy, I still couldn't give less of a shit about the Xbox XXX, and the only reason I bought a PS4 was because Sony held Bloodborne hostage. There's nothing on either of the two consoles that couldn't just as easily be on PC, but the Switch has an identity beyond just a shitty PC. Now, that gimmick does hold it back in several ways, but it is at least something, you know? And with the constant flow of amazing games, if I was going to buy anything as a result of this E3, it would be the Switch. Granted, I probably won't actually buy one until that Pokemon RPG comes out, which gives Nintendo some time to release the new Switch or whatever stupid name they end up giving it, with hopefully better battery life and some expanded internal memory. But if you tied me down and forced me to conform to the stupid and completely arbitrary contest of who won E3 this year, I'd say that it'd have to be tits.
Teraflop.
Want to keep up to date with all my things? Well, go on over to twitter.com/thatsciguy and hit follow. And if you enjoy watching these videos, share them with your friends, why don't you? Don't be antisocial like Sagiri. That's popular with the kids these days, right? Or a manga sensei? Whatever. And finally, I want to give a very special thanks to my $10 Patreon patrons. Isaiah Christo, Sawsbucky, Forgotten Paladin, Ludwig, Majerline, Mythnut, Soul, and an account that I made to donate to myself so that I have more fans. Loyal subjects, know that your Lord and God appreciates your tithes. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.